Good morning, everyone. Today on Talking Thursdays, I speak with Gav Tarbox, who is one of our regional development chefs. Gav and I speak about feeding communities, his time at Thomas Frank's over the past 13 years and how it's changed, and also who he would have at dinner in an ideal world. Please have a watch. It was really great to talk with Gav, and I hope you enjoyed.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. So you are development chef at Thomas Frank's.
I am.
And what does an average week kind of look for you?
Well, it can be a lot. It can be very different from one week to the next. So one week I could be in a location mobilising, helping it open. That afternoon I could get a phone call saying there's a presentation on the following week. So yeah, there's a wide variety really. There's a wide variety. You seem to get involved in quite a lot.
So do you work in a certain area then?
No, I'm sort of wherever I'm needed to be honest. Sort of wherever I needed to be. I used to go down to the southwest as well, but Stuart obviously looks after that now, which has freed me up. I seem to spend a lot of time around the London area, to be honest, mainly.
And during lockdown, as many people know, Thomas Frank set up feeding communities, and I know that you played quite a big role in that. What did your role entail? So
I wrote a lot of the specs and the menus to start with for it, which were done in quite a hurry, to be honest. It's quite a big job to get them done quickly. And then I started at Streatham and Clapham. Mm-hmm. So I was over at Streatham and Clapham, helping them produce the meals there. And then Streatham and Clapham was a little bit quieter than some of the others. So once it was set up there and the team were going with it, I moved over to DSL, German school. And then I was there for 10 weeks, something like that. Yeah, about 10 weeks. So I was basically just helping produce the food, box it up and even delivering it.
So do you feel like during lockdown that really helped you kind of day to day, you know, obviously business start and...
Yeah, it did. I need to be busy. I'm the sort of person I really need to be busy. And much as I love my kids, lockdown for that long would have been a disaster for me. Would have been a disaster. So yeah, it gave me that outlet to get out as well, which was good. And it was really rewarding, to be honest. Really rewarding.
So you have been with Thomas Frank's for 13 years now.
I have.
And in your eyes, how has the company changed over those 13 years?
I think I think we've just evolved. We've evolved with the times, really. I mean, the company principles have remained the same the whole way through. But we've just it's always felt like a family company to work for, and it still does. But now it seems like it is a bigger family, if you see what I mean. It's gone from, I think when I started, there was probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 locations, something like that, maybe. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's now, obviously, it's a lot bigger. And we've evolved with the times. Things are done differently now. You know, I think it's better now than it's ever been, to be honest. What we produce, the way we produce it, it's come on a long way in that time. And obviously I've seen a lot of people come, a lot of people go, people come back again. It's quite good. It's quite good.
So I actually watched an old video of Thomas Frank's yesterday, and so my next question for you is, what's been your work history within Thomas Frank's? Because in this old video, you were wearing a chef white and it said location manager, or...
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want to tell me a bit about how you...
Yeah. So I started, first of all, as a chef manager at a little location. It's long gone now. It's a little location in Potter's Bar. It was a tiny little production place, and I started there. And I stayed there for a little while. And then I ended up moving to... Where did I go next? Another little one. It's a long way back. Another little one that I looked after for a while. And then I went to Shiplake for a little while. So I was at Shiplake for about a year, working there. And then I went on to the relief team for a bit. got itchy feet on the relief team and went into a location in Henley for a little bit. Got itchy feet again, went on the relief team, and then I ended up taking the chef manager's role at Daphne's school, which is it's like a 5-minute drive from my house. So that was a big factor. So I was there for a while, about 2 to 3 years, something like that. And then I got asked if I wanted to go back onto the relief team, sort of to get out and about, which I said yes, because I'd sort of done my time. I like to be out and about. I like to, different places. I think 2 years in a location is probably, in one location is probably my sort of limit. So I went back out on there, and then not long after that, I got promoted to development chef.
So quite a journey then.
Yes, it has been. It has been.
And so, kind of leading on, sticking with work, when would you say you're happiest at work?
Wow, it's kind of been ruined this year, but summer balls.
Yeah.
I love doing the summer balls. I really enjoy it. And obviously this year, it's not going to happen. So I was going to do like a little summer ball for my family in the garden, but apparently we're not even allowed to do that now. So that's out the question as well. So yes, summer balls really. I quite like Christmas. I quite like the Christmas dinners. But obviously I've done 13 years of them now, so a Christmas dinner is just another roast dinner to me now. So yeah, I think the summer balls is when I'm happiest, and it's seeing people come together as well. It's like the banter I have with some people, like Stuart in the set during the feeding communities. The banter between me and Stuart Howard in the Southwest every day. If he told me he'd produced 1,000 meals, I told him we'd done 2. So yeah, that's always a good side of it as well. It's always a good side. But yeah, summer balls, definitely.
So moving away from work just a little bit, if you could have dinner with any 3 people, who would it be and why, and what meal would you have?
Okay, it would be Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, because he's just a legend. David Jason, because I've grown up on those Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
So I think he'd be great to have around. And the third one is a bit of a selfish one. I'm not sure my wife would be too happy, but Kate Beckinsale. If I could have all 3 as Kate Beckinsale, I probably would. What would we have? It would be something messy. I love like all the street food at the minute. It would be something messy, like, I don't know, a big pile of sticky ribs and wings and things like that.
And finally, what would you say your favourite memory of Thomas Franks is? I know you touched on when you're happiest, but what your favourite memory is? I
think my favourite memory a lot of it has got to be around this feeding communities. It was just seeing everybody pull together. People that they were obviously, some of them were feeling down. You could sense it, you could tell. But the way they put it aside and just pulled together and work through it. I think it's probably one of my favourite memories, to be honest. I would say. Oh, and driving to Portugal with Pedro.
Oh my God.
Definitely that. That's right up there as well. But that's a favourite for different reasons, because it was just one of those weird things. It was one of those weird things to drive there and produce a presentation in an Airbnb kitchen. The whole week was it was one of those. Yeah, that's a good memory as well. And then to win it on the end of it as well, which was very good. Very good.
Well, thank you so much, Gav, for talking with me.
No problem.